Welcome to NPPD's Ainsworth Wind Energy Facility. This short video tour will attempt to answer the most common questions we get about our wind turbines. For example, what's inside? And what's it like to climb one? Well, to climb one of our wind turbines, you'll need to go over 230 feet straight up. That's about the same height as the Statue of Liberty and her pedestal. Our technicians make this climb at least once each day to perform maintenance and make repairs. Naturally, safety is very important at NPPD, and so anyone who makes this climb is required to use special fall protection equipment. Also, to help make this trip even safer, we use this piece of equipment called a climb assist. The climb assist basically pulls the technician up with a force of about 80 pounds, which reduces their body weight and keeps them from getting too tired. Now, let's see what this climb is like. After climbing about 30 feet straight up, we've reached the first landing at the top of the base section of the tower. Looking down, we really haven't climbed that far yet. Let's continue. We're now at the second landing, which is about halfway to the top. Looking down the ladder, you can see we're getting up pretty high, but looking up the ladder, you can see we still have a long way to go. Let's keep moving. As we get near the top, we can see several large tanks filled with liquid. Their job is to keep the tower from swaying in the wind. As we take the last few steps off the ladder, we reach the yaw deck. Here, you can see the hoist that's used to lift tools, parts, and equipment. To continue our tour, we'll open up the last hatch and enter the nacelle. As we enter, we can see the yaw motors, which are used to turn the nacelle into the wind. These motors get their direction from the wind vane located on top the turbine. When this vane detects the wind direction has changed, it sends a message to these motors, which turns the turbine, maximizing the wind that each turbine gets. As we move into the nacelle itself, we can see the main shaft, which spins at 14 revolutions per minute at full operation. The gearbox speeds up the 14 revolutions to around 1,200 revolutions per minute and spins the generator at this speed. And when the generator spins, electricity is produced. To understand how electricity is produced by the generator in a wind turbine, just imagine an electric motor. Normally, when you send electricity to an electric motor, it will spin. But what if we run this process backwards? If we spin the electric motor, we actually convert a circular motion into electricity. An electric generator is really just an electric motor running backwards. This is how we can turn the power of the wind into electricity you can use in your home. The generator in one of these turbines can produce around 1.65 megawatts of electricity, which is enough to power about 525 homes. As we look around inside the nacelle, we can see several other pieces of important equipment, such as the brakes, hydraulic systems, and other electronics. Now that we're at the top of the tower, it's a good time to answer another popular question. How's the view from way up there? We'll have to carefully climb on top of the main shaft and open the top hatch. Before climbing out, however, our technicians attach a strap from their protection harness to a special ring on the top of the turbine. Once attached, we can see the view from 230 feet in the air. As we look toward the center of the blades, we see the hub, which is the pivot point for the blades. The whole assembly of the blades and hub is called a rotor. The rotor is about 262 feet in diameter. Moving to the back side of the nacelle, we can see the radiator. Like the radiator in your car, this radiator is used for cooling. In a wind tower, the radiator is used to cool the generator and the gearbox. On top of the radiator shroud, you can see the wind vane, which measures wind direction, and the anemometer, which measures wind speed. Also, you may notice a red light, which is required on some towers by the FAA to make sure airplanes can see the towers at night. In addition, you'll notice a small antenna which transmits wind and tower conditions to our office. And now you've seen a wind turbine from bottom to top. We hope this gives you a pretty good idea of what it's like inside these big white towers. Now, we'll go out to a turbine so you can get an up-close view for yourself. The tour guide will hand out hard hats and safety glasses, which must be worn when you're outside of your vehicle. Pictures are welcome, however, we're unable to open the turbine door or look inside. Also, please don't smoke or litter. With all the dry grass in this area, we want to make sure we don't start any fires, and naturally, we want to keep the area as clean and beautiful as possible. Thank you for your cooperation, and please enjoy the rest of your tour.